What's up, nerds? This is Mr. Storm, and this is part 3 of the Arkanoid tutorial. We are almost done. So far, to review what we've done is we've created our GUI. We brought in all of our art assets, put them where we want them to go. We've made our paddle go back and forth. We've done the complicated programming for our ball. And so now we have behavior that looks just like this. Our ball moves as soon as the game starts, and we can shoot our ball off into different angles based on where we hit them, where the ball hits on the paddle. So easy stuff. Now next we need to add some kind of objective to the game. So far this is fun, but the only objective we have is to keep the ball from falling off the bottom of the screen. It'd be better if we had something that we could interact with. And if you've ever played a breakout game, you know that usually we have bricks and stuff that we can, when the ball hits them, they go away. And this could be as complicated or as simple as we want. I'm going to make mine as simple. I'm going to make mine very simple. You guys can make yours more complicated. For example, sometimes you'll have a brick that you need to hit it twice to go away. That's fun, but you know, I'm going to leave that to you guys to figure out how to do. For right now, though, I'm going to go ahead and set up my blocks so that they are ready to import. Matter of fact, I could probably do them all at once. Let's try that. Select the first one and then hold Shift and select the rest. I'm going to set it to 1 pixel per unit, and I am going to change the filter mode to point and hit apply. So now all of my blocks, all of my bricks are ready to move in. Alrighty, perfect. So my bricks are ready to move into the game. Let's see, 1 pixel per unit and point, no filter. All right, perfect. So now it's really actually as easy as, we'll grab one of these blue ones, we'll just drop it in and just kind of put it where I want it to go. Now, because this is a block that I want to actually go away when it gets collided with, obviously I need to add a box collider to it, right? So we're going to add a physics 2D, box collider 2D, boom, 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 and we want to add some code just to make it just to destroy it whenever the ball comes in contact with it. So I'm going to create a new script. I'm going to call it a new C# script. I'm going to call it, we'll call it block. That's fine. And I will attach it to the block itself. So I will select the block. Come on. It's thinking. Grab the block itself, go down to Add Component, and go to Scripts and add the block script. Okay. And now if I go back to my block script, I can double click and open that up in Visual Studio. So now you can see I have my racket, my ball, and my block script. Okay, perfect. Now here's the fun part. I only need one line of code to do exactly what I want, to do all of this, right? First of all, I'm going to normalize this. I will get rid of these two because we don't need these. Now, what kind of method, what function do you think I would want to call, right? It's whenever I want my block to be destroyed whenever something collides with it, when the ball collides with it. So if you think about it, it's pretty easy, pretty obvious what we need. We need a void on collision enter 2D, right? Obviously. Because when it gets collided, when something collides with it, when the ball collides with it, we want it to go away. So on collision enter 2D, we're going to type in the rest we need, collision 2D, and we'll call it call. And then here we're going to put destroy game object. And that's it. Basically, it just destroys the block. Whenever anything collides with it, it's going to destroy itself. That's all we need to do for the programming for that block. Now, you could use this script to add more complicated programming, like you can add a point or whatever you want to do. But for right now, that's all we need. I'm going to click that, attach that to Unity. And and I'll put that there. All right, I'm not going to test out the script yet just to make sure, because if I do, I'm going to spend a bunch of time trying to hit that one single block just to make sure it goes away. We'll definitely test this out later just to make sure it works. Alrighty. So now what we can do is we can create some prefabs. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder for prefabs. Create folder. Now, prefabs are kind of a new concept, but they're really, really important. So we want a bunch of these blue blocks, right? The thing is, we don't necessarily want to go through all those steps that we just went through in order to create that block again. So what I can do is I can take this game object, this blue block, and I can just drag it into my prefabs folder, and it just creates a new prefabricated object. Every time I pull one of these out of there, it's going to have all the same things that I've given to it already. So I can put, a whole row of these blue blocks right there. Okay. And I can, copy these two, copy and paste, and move them over. So now I have a couple more prefabs. I can make sure they're on the same X. Now I can take all four of these, copy these, move all four, and paste them. Don't forget to paste them. Move all four of these over, and instead of dragging, I can actually just move them over by typing in the numbers here on the position. Let's see, and I'm going to want, let's do another 4. Let's take these 4 right here, copy these and paste, and then I can move them over. So we have, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, perfect. 12 blocks straight across. I'm going to highlight all these and make sure they're on the same X. Let's see. Let's put them, it's 20. Oh, no, not the same X. Sorry. Highlight all these, make sure they're on the same Y, which I'll make 71. Where should my top row be? Let's make it 80. That works. All right. Now, all of this is going to get kind of complicated in the hierarchy. So there's a trick we can do in order to make sure that they're all kind of in the same, so it's easy for us to see where they go. What we can do is we can create a empty, and we can call it, rename, we can call it blocks, and then we can make all of these blocks a child of that. It's pretty easy stuff, right? So now we can actually just get rid of that if we want. And we can even go even further too. We can create a new, create a new empty, and we can call this blue. We can make sure that blue is a child of the blocks, and then we can make sure all the blue blocks go inside of there. Beautiful. Cool. So now we've got our blue row. What we could do is we could just copy this, just copy and then paste. So now we have a second blue, but instead of blue, we're going to rename it to red. And we are going to select red, so everything in red, and we're going to drop it down, let's say to 70. Nope, it's in relation to where we're going. So we're going to do -5, no, -10, that looks good. And then what we can do is select all of our blocks and change the sprite that's attached to them. So let's go to sprites and grab the red sprite, and we'll change that to red. Perfect. Okay, great. So now we have red, we can do the rest for, green, pink, yellow, so that we have all of the prefabs that we need. But at this point, we're basically done. Let's go ahead and try it out, make sure that our blocks go away whenever the ball hits it, and it does. So now we have a fully playable Arkanoid game. Put the bricks in there in any configuration you want. You can mix and match colors. You can create rows of colors. At this point, this is all I'm going to teach you. You can make the game better. Ooh, nice. I got right above there. You can make the game better by checking to see if all the bricks are gone. And if all the bricks are gone, then the game's over. Or you can have a scoring system, or you can add a new level that's a little bit harder with a different configuration of bricks, and maybe the ball goes a little bit faster. Whatever you want to do, it's completely up to you. But your creativity is the only limitation on how awesome you can make this game. But at this point, the game is ready to go. You're good to go. Please come ask me if you have any questions. I can help you. But this should just be a tiny bit harder than the last project we did. So hopefully you're getting the hang of it, and some of these things that we're doing are starting to sink in. So thanks for paying attention, and I will see you next time.